and welcome to Max and to the 36th cohort of the Max Coding Bootcamp grads. We're just so excited that you're here. We want to thank you for joining us today to meet these grads from this full-time bootcamp, hear about their learning experience and their capstone. My name's Annette Ballard, and I'm the career manager here at Max Technical Training, and it really truly is our pleasure to welcome you here today to be a part of this graduation of our 36th cohort. This graduation today includes 4 maximum bootcamp grads and 1 individual that chose exclusively to focus on .NET technology. It's interesting that we have 3 students here in the Cincinnati region, 1 in Boston and 1 that's in northern Ohio, just north of Columbus, really looking to relocate to the Cincinnati area. You know, we've now graduated 318 boot campers. We have, of course, more boot camps scheduled. We have a full-time boot camp that's starting in August, another then in October, and then a part-time maximum boot camp this fall. You can get some details with all of the specifics a little later today. But, you know, as we navigated this pandemic, just all of the fallout from that, what we've seen is that there's been a real acceleration in hiring with our bootcamp grads. And honestly, our graduates do not last long in the market. I'm proud and happy to say in Mac's behalf that for those who graduated between January and December of 2021, we had 100% placement and 100% graduation with an average starting salary of $60,376. I mentioned it before, but truly we are delighted that you were able to join us today for this boot camp. Whether it's your very first time here or a longtime friend of Mac's, perhaps you're a family member or a friend of our graduates, Mac's staff, welcome. We're so glad you're here. You know, back in the day, we used to come on site and we could talk to each other and just get reconnected. And part of me kind of misses those days. Maybe you do too, but this is so convenient for us to be together. And I just wanted to give some shout outs to some folks and some of the organizations that are SVP that joined us today. Sabrina joining us from London Computer Systems, Justin and Abby here today from Western and Southern, Steve from Cincinnati Financial, Todd joins us from Pinnacle, Brianne, she's joining us today from Robert Half, Aaron and Elena, both from Engage Partners. I'm so glad you're here. Brian Case from Crown, for Kieran from Ohio National, Joshua from Scripps, Jason from Vaco, Andrew from Kroger, Tate from Claremont County. We appreciate you being here today. Joe from Apex Systems, Josh, Erica, and Eric from Procter & Gamble. You know, it's no wonder I get so excited and tell you, thank you for joining us. It's certainly our pleasure to host this time with you together today. There may have been some that registered at the last minute, and if I didn't include a welcome to you today, I just want to say, man, we're glad you're here. You're in for a treat. I want to take this opportunity to introduce to you our president at Max Technical Training and CEO, Denise Bartik, who really did pioneer this whole concept of boot camp. So I'm going to have Denise come and greet you now.
Well, thank you so much, Annette. And boy, all these employers, this is so exciting to see all of you here. I have to tell you, of all the things we do at Max, which is corporate and career changers, this is the part that I love the most because we get to see these people really, really change their lives. So what I want to do today is mainly address the graduates. And they're sitting here and I want to look at them, but I have to look at the camera. So it's a little awkward for me. So first I want to say, wow, you did it. That was just incredible. You just went through 13 weeks. I know it was hard. It was probably harder than you ever thought it would be. And you did it. So I just have a few comments to make, or a little bit of advice. One is keep learning. You have now entered the world of lifelong learners. You know, being in IT is a constantly changing world. And keep learning, keep those muscles that you've developed, those learning muscles that you've developed in these 13 weeks, keep them going. Keep learning. You don't have to be as intense as you were during these 13 weeks, but keep that moving. Number two, be yourself. Be your authentic self. You're about to find a home for your new job. You're going to meet many different employers, and you'll know when it's the right fit. So be yourself. And then finally, we're here for you. Do whatever Annette says. She is the career coach extraordinaire. I have seen her working for over 20 years, and she's incredible. She knows her stuff. And if you do what she says, you will be thrilled in your new job. I'm here for you. The whole Max team is here for you, not only in your job search today and throughout the boot camp, but we're here for the rest of your career. Like I said to you at the very beginning, you're now Max family, and we're totally honored that you chose to go on this journey with us. And we're so thrilled to see you graduate today. Thank you. Now I'll turn it over to Mike Smith, our instructor extraordinaire.
Good afternoon. I would like to thank the boot campers for the privilege of working with them for the last 13 weeks. It is astounding what they have accomplished, the work that they've done, the effort that they've invested in this entire project. If I could give you all the numbers, I wouldn't have enough time, but they've invested 420 hours in classroom time, probably 200 hours in after hours and weekend additional work. They've gone through at least 2,000 pages of classroom materials. They've learned 60 or so different technologies, products, services from the languages like C#, Java, JavaScript, TypeScript, SQL Server, of course, and learning about the cloud, learning about .NET, Java, all of the editors and tools. Their brains are full. One of the things that they've proven, though, is that they are professional learners. And that is the first and most important characteristic. This is not a technology or a world that stops with new technologies or new products. They are prepared to learn. They may not have perfectly mastered every detail of every one of the things that they've looked at, but they've developed the habits and demonstrated the skills to continue learning. So I can't say enough about these people. I am very, very impressed with them. They have great futures ahead of them. And I'd like to introduce you to one of them, Cady.
Hi, my name is Cady Wullenweber, and I have successfully completed the Full Stack Bootcamp with Max Technical Training, where we learn C#, .NET, and Java, and used Angular to write the front end of a PRS system. I have a bachelor's in psychology from Pace University in New York City, and my previous professional experience was in human resources before I decided to pursue software development. My interest in software development began when I was working for a tech company, and I saw firsthand just how meaningful and powerful the work was. My love for software development is going to be incorporated with my love and curiosity of human behavior, and to be able to pull my human resource skills to really bring a unique perspective to the field. In addition to completing the boot camp, I was able to achieve my Scrum Master certification, and I am just so excited to continue to pursue software development and grow in this field. Now I'd like to take a little bit of time and talk about Visual Studio. Visual Studio is a Microsoft development tool, and it's an integrated development environment. So it really facilitates development in making web applications, websites, and a variety of different apps. It is full of features that really help the developer save time and help them be more productive. One of those really cool features is Intellisense. Intellisense is our code completion assistance, and there's also code snippets, which are blocks of reusable code that can be accessed quickly with hotkeys. It is customizable, so you can pick a theme and you're able to download extensions, and those extensions are usually open source and free. You can debug, so you're able to set a breakpoint and walk through the code so that you can learn more about it. Git can be accessed, and with just a few clicks, a project can be pushed right up to GitHub. So overall, I'd like to say that Visual Studio is a way to really enhance development, the process, and support developers with its abundance of capabilities. So thank you so much for your time today and for attending our demo day. Next, I'd like to introduce Oscar.
Hello, my name is Oscar Greig. I'm an industrial and systems engineer that is returning to the field of computer programming by taking this intensive and comprehensive coding bootcamp that includes training in high demand skills, including SQL, .NET, Java, HTML, JavaScript, and Angular. I started out my career in IT, doing application development for a large software company for a few years. But then I switched. I switched to the field of supply chain management, which is what I've been doing for the last several years. Within supply chain management, I have different roles. But what all these roles have in common, and what is really relevant to this new career I'm pursuing, is the need to do a lot of data analysis and reporting, interacting with people from different backgrounds. But after trying different career paths, I've decided that what I like the most, what I can do best, and what I would like to do the rest of my career is computer programming, web development, software development. That's why I've taken this bootcamp, and that's why I'm here, ready to go back into this exciting field. Now, let me talk to you a little bit about C#, which is one of the languages that we learn in the bootcamp. C# was developed by Microsoft, first released in 2002. It is a modern, object-oriented, component-oriented programming language, which means that you can build your project, your applications, by just assembling smaller pieces of code. It is based on the C++ family of languages, and runs on the .NET frame. And what that means is that you get access to the extensive .NET libraries, which will provide you with a wide variety of functionality to do almost anything that you can do with a programming language. And while C# with .NET is very powerful by itself, from a full stack developer's perspective, to really unleash the power of C#, you have to combine it with other technologies, such as, for example, Entity Framework, Web API, RESTful Web Services, which are all technologies that we learned in the bootcamp. And that will give you the opportunity to do, for example, to connect your front-end user interfaces with your back-end databases. And Daniel is going to talk to you more about RESTful Web Services. Thank you very much.
Hello. How is everyone? My name is Dan, and recently I gained invaluable experience as a .NET full stack developer, undergoing a thorough 3-month full stack coding boot camp, learning many technologies. Prior, I had many years of experience as an interior home remodeler and high-performance automotive technician. My education is with Max Technical Training for a .NET full stack developer boot camp and Ohio Technical College for high-performance automotive. As an interior home remodeler, I was able to do my work as a remodeler and also run the business, securing work bids and ensuring that the projects were going to be done on time. However, despite all that, I still felt myself desiring my old passion, coding. Remembering the days back when as a kid, I'd watch and my mother would also teach me basic HTML and C++. And my mother, she's a software developer in QA herself. I can't wait to come back to my first passion and the only career I ever actually wanted, because nothing really truly fits my strengths, with the ability to always being able to find alternate ways to accomplish a goal and being able to anticipate challenges and respond accordingly, which are perfect for being a software developer. But now that you know me, let's get to know web APIs, or RESTful web services, which are representational state transfer, which allow you to create standard HTTP methods. Your get, your put, your post, and delete. Get being the querier, put being the changer, post being the creator, and delete being the deleter. JSON REST services, RESTful web services, they also deal with CRUD, create, read, update, and delete, and allow Angular or other Java frameworks to carry out those functions. It's able to accomplish this by the framework sending an HTTP request, and then the RESTful web service sending back that HTTP request. It can also do a nifty thing called an async call. An async call is basically where a program is able to run many tasks and simultaneously await the response of another function without breaking the program. It's like being able to drink your coffee, and at the same time, the coffee pot will continually keep itself full. Now, another thing to note is that RESTful web services are able to run on anything with the ability to connect to the internet, allowing many people to use a web service, allowing flexibility for many companies, and allowing a one-size-fits-most approach. I'd like now to thank you for your time, and you will now hear from Pavel and about the Angular framework. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. First of all, thanks for coming to our graduation event and for this unique opportunity to meet you today. My name is Pavel. I have a bachelor degree in finance and rich practical experience in finance, accounting, data manipulation, consulting, and project management. Now, I think it's a good time to add software development to my professional skill set. My GitLab strengths are learner, achiever, intellection, relator, and analytical, and I think it's the best way to describe myself. I'm out-of-the-box thinker and thrive in challenging business environment, problem solving, and cross-functional collaboration. I like doing creative and exciting work, and IT technologies is what I'm looking for. Thanks to Max, I've added recently to my professional knowledge the most popular IT languages like C#, Java, JavaScript, CSS, HTML, such practical tools like Visual Studio, Visual Studio Code, Angular, and many other useful tools and technologies. I like learning all of them, but my favorite one is Angular. Angular is an open source framework that it used to develop a robust web application. It unites dependency injection, declarative templates, end-to-end tooling, integrated best practices to resolve almost all development challenges. Angular is developed by Google and uses JavaScript-based TypeScript programming languages that helps developers to keep the code clean and understandable. And it makes the debugging process much easier as well. And Angular has a modular structure, and a key feature there that there is one suggested way to create a component, module, service. And in practice, this creates a great consistency of our code. And I think the Angular now is one of the most powerful and great solution on the market, and hope to work with it in the future. Finally, I would like to say that I've already taken the first step on my software developer road, thanks to Mike and Max again, and I'm ready to take another one. I'm open for collaboration, and I believe that my professional skills and knowledge will be true value for your company. Thanks for your time, attention, and Rachel coming now.
Pavel, and thank you everyone for joining us here today. My name is Rachel Witte. I'm a recent graduate of Max Technical Training's rigorous full stack programming bootcamp, where we gained valuable experience in C#, .NET, Java, CSS, HTML, Angular, and other technologies, culminating in the creation of a capstone project built independently by each student, back end to front end, one line of code at a time, and incorporating the topics covered this afternoon by my fellow Max students. I'll be giving a brief overview of the Capstone Project shortly, but first I'd like to provide a little bit of background on myself. I've been working in the IT field for about 7 years, making my way from completing DoD wipes on thousands of assets on warehouse environment to completing emergency database migrations and new client environment go-lives for a medical RCM software development company. As a deliberative and highly analytical person, software development challenges me to nurture and stress test my strengths as they relate to creative and strategic planning, efficiency, and precision. I'm interested in collaborating in a dynamic environment to create, maintain, enhance accessible, inclusive, informational, and purposeful software applications. Knowledge expansion and sharing has always been of high importance to me, and it is my goal to blend my experiences and development to ushering more women and more people of color into STEM fields, as well as those from non-traditional tech backgrounds, like many of the graduates you've heard speak today. Now let me go ahead and return to the Capstone Project. Each graduate of Max's full stack program has independently completed the Capstone Project that took the form of a PRS, or purchase request system. The functional components of this project included authentication, authorization, permissions related views, features, and functions. The architecture of these projects was based on 3 tiers: a data layer, a business layer, and a user interface front end. Following a full stack approach, students drafted, built, tested, and implemented each of these tiers, one line of code at a time, one function at a time, one feature at a time, starting at the back end and finishing with the front end UI. On behalf of my fellow Max graduates and the larger Max cohort of dedicated professionals, I'd like to express our appreciation and deep gratitude for you joining us here today. And for joining us along with this very talented and industrious graduating class as we begin a new chapter, steadfast in our dedication and commitment to continuous growth as software developers. I'll go ahead and hand you over to Annette.
I told you you'd be impressed. I'm glad you got to meet our graduates today. And I like to say, I like to give honor where honor's due. And I'd like to just recognize some of the companies who recently hired some Max grads, and that is TQL, Wind Supply, which is up in Dayton, Protivity, Robert Half, London Computer Systems, Connection in Wilmington, Great American Insurance, Insight, Quality Gold, Engage Partners, and VAR Commerce, which is located in Columbus. You know, we really have an opportunity as we invest ourselves into these students for them to change their lives, and it's exciting and fun to be a part of that. I want to thank some employers that have come to Max to just share their knowledge and expertise as these folks transition into a brand new career focus. Insight came, and Jeff Cords and Tony Lunt, thank you for coming and sharing with this cohort. ADM, Archer's Daniel Midland. Lee Patzel was here to just share his passion for the field and the industry and what's going on, the RPA technology. And Engage Partners, Elena Taran and Aaron Roberts, thank you for coming and just really investing yourself into the lives of these folks. I would say it's good soil to plant into. If you're an employer here today and would like an opportunity to speak to future cohorts, please let me know. I'd be happy to arrange that with you. We'd love to have you. I want to give some credit to just the Max staff and everybody that really invests into this boot camp experience. And key to all of it is Kim Peace, who really is referred to as the air traffic controller. She is absolutely the glue that holds this boot camp together. And to Mike Smith, our lead instructor, who took these students through this harrowing path and journey to get to where they are today. And the instructors such as Kelly Apple, who did our Scrum certification, this Scrum training, Heinrich Stonder, who delivers our emotional intelligence workshop, and Kendra Ramirez, who conducts our LinkedIn workshops. And last but not least, I want to recognize Dustin Miller, in charge of the technology today, because he's who makes all of this technology happen. Thank you to all of the Max team for everything. You know, I want to say that you may not know, but Max is excited to share with you that not only do we have these upcoming software developer boot camps scheduled, but on the docket is also Agile ITBA boot camp. And you'll see that on the slide there that Dustin's sharing with you, as well as a cybersecurity boot camp. So great stuff. Fun stuff, exciting things on the horizon here at Max Technical Training. You know, I would say to you that this being a smaller boot camp, you're going to get back some time this afternoon, this shorter demo day, but I so appreciate and thank you for the time that you've spent with us today. Certainly feel free to reach out to me or to the graduates directly, either one. We're excited to see what their future holds and wish them all the best. And we appreciate your time today. Thank you for coming to be a part of this.